highlight interesting stories. And helping us to do that is reporter Angela Chung, who's in the studio with me now. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yes, and happy International Yoga Day.
Yes, that's right. Did you do your yoga this morning?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
I will.
You will be doing
today.
it today.
Yes.
Good. All right. I forgot about that. I was going to ask you, though, what do you do to reduce calories in your diet? Because you have been very good at keeping the weight off. I know that you went on a diet a while ago, but you've been keeping it off. Well done.
Thank you. I think I try to keep. I talked about the konjac a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So eating konjac rice is it works for me. And for like dairy products, I try to go plant-based.
Plant-based?
Yes. So
Oh, how do they taste? Even the konjac rice, I haven't tried it exactly yet, but
tastes pretty good, actually.
tastes pretty good?
Yeah, and my stomach feels a lot better than just the animal fat.
okay.
So I just drink oat milk or almond milk instead of just
All right.
milk.
Good tips. All right. Well, you are inspiration, so you definitely show that it works. All right. Let's get started with our first news item. It's all over the news, and I'm sure our listeners will have seen it. But we have some new updates on social distancing measures.
Right. The government has announced a completely revised social distancing measures, which will be implemented from July 1st. According to the new measures, a different limited number of people will be allowed for each level for businesses and religious facilities, which have been considered vulnerable to COVID-19 infections.
And I think the measure that most people, of course, are welcoming is that there will be no limits. Well, the limit on gatherings, private gatherings, will be kind of raised to 6. Now, up to 6 people can meet in the Seoul metropolitan area, no limits outside of Seoul. But there are also updates regarding work and also schools as well. So tell us more in detail.
Right. Under the new social distancing measures, there are 4 levels defined. At level 1, a shifting system is recommended during commuting and lunchtime, along with recommendation on working from home. At level 2, businesses with a size of more than 300 employees are required to put in place a shifting system in commuting and lunchtime, and they also have to make sure 10% of its workers work from home. At level 3, companies with the workforce of over 50 people must introduce a shifting system in commuting and lunchtime, but manufacturing companies are excluded from this rule. And the percentage of workers working from home must increase to 20% at level 3. At level 4, 30% of the entire workers must work from home.
All right. So that seems to be a major change. What are some other differences from the current social distancing and disinfection measures?
The biggest difference would be the shifting system. As the levels go up, the percentage of telecommuters must go up as well. And in religious facilities, praying out loud and singing by choirs will be prohibited. But caretakers' jobs for vulnerable groups will be an exception regardless of which level we're in. But nursing homes and facilities, monitoring and management will continue. And in general, new measures have become more concrete and customized disinfection measures have been devised depending on the working environment, type of workplace, dorms, and company cafeteria, just to name a few.
Yeah, I think it really reflects how living with COVID-19 has just become part of our new normal, right? I mean, we see news about the new Delta variant rearing its head in other places as well. So we have to learn how to live with this, and this means not letting our guards down. So there are new requirements for ventilating in office and company dorms as well, because invariably these places are usually more crowded.
Right. Businesses must air out naturally once every 2 hours for more than 10 minutes indoors. And workers must wear a face mask that fits the type of work. And when a person moves to another location, it's mandatory one has to wear a KF mask. For communal spaces, managers in charge of disinfection must be designated and trained. And last but not least, employees using dorms must be minimized, and the residents have to undergo PCR tests regularly.
What about religious facilities? Because we've heard about quite a few of group infections at the religious facilities.
Right. At level 1, religious facilities will be allowed to accommodate up to 50% of their capacity, and they have to keep a distance between the seats 1 seat apart. At level 2, gatherings, events, having meals or drinks, spending nights will be prohibited, and their capacity must be reduced to 30%. At level 3, the capacity lowers to 20%, and level 4, religious services will be prohibited altogether. So only online services and masses will be allowed.
So right now, the Seoul metropolitan area is going to be under level 2, the rest of the country under level 1. Now, how does this apply to schools?
So, according to the revised social distancing measures, students will go to school every day. The Ministry of Education announced at level 1, where the number of confirmed cases a day is less than 500, all schools will be allowed to have classes. At level 2, where the number of daily confirmed cases is between 500 and 1,000, the principle is that all students go to school, but the rate of density at school can be adjusted up to 2/3 by region. And at level 4, where the number of confirmed cases is over 2,000 per day, the entire learning will go online.
Certainly welcome news for a lot of parents and I think a lot of students as well. After a year and a half of staying at home with their parents, I think they'll be looking forward to going back to school. Moving on to our next item. We've seen a lot of rain in May, so much so that we thought it might be an early monsoon, but not exactly, is it?
So due to frequent early rains, some people, including myself, predicted we'll have monsoon season earlier than usual. But on the contrary, we'll have the monsoon season 1 week later than usual this year between late June and early July. So in Jeju Island, monsoon season is to start on June 19th. In the southern region of the country on June 23rd, and the middle part of the country, it's forecasted to start on June 25th.
All right, so Jeju Island's already supposed to be in the middle or started its monsoon season. Now, is there any reason for the delay in the start of the monsoon?
Yes, this year's monsoon season will come later because cold, dry air keeps blowing down from the north, and this blocks warm, humid North Pacific high pressure from moving upwards. The KMA predicted a high probability the monsoon season will not begin until next week, mostly in the country. But it's also predicted that the amount of rainfall will be similar to that of past years and explained that the frequent rains in the recent weeks were irrelevant to the monsoon.
Well, last year, the monsoon seemed to continue all summer long. Let's hope it's a little shorter this year.
Right.
And some last minute, but very good news to stop or end our issue today. On the cultural front, we have very good news.
Yes, proudly Korean baritone Kim Kihoon won the award in the BBC Cardiff Singer of the World competition for aria section, becoming the first Korean to win this category in Korean's music history.
Congratulations. Very good news indeed. I have to say, though, for our listeners and myself, I have actually never heard about this competition. So can you tell us more about it?
Sure, the BBC Cardiff Singer of the World, broadcasted live by British BBC Network, is a biennial event held to commemorate the opening of St. David Hall in Cardiff of Wales. The first competition was held in 1983 and it has 2 awards categories: aria for main prize and art song for song prize. The world's 3 greatest baritones won in the competition, such as Bryn Terfel and Dmitry Hrostovsky.
Well done. Now, what did Kim Gi-hoon sing during the competition?
So he sang Largo al Factotum from the Rossini opera, Tenosaires, the Song of the Night Stars by Wagner, and Andrea Chenies' Nemico della Patria by Giordano.
Lots of difficult words there once again. Well done, you, Angela. Now, Kim Gi-hoon, he's the first Korean winner in aria, but I understand not the first in the entire sort of Cardiff Singer of the World competition.
Right. Before baritone Kim Gi-hoon, baritone No Dae-san, and bass Park Jong-min won the Song Prize in 1999 and 2005 respectively. But singer Kim Kihoon is indeed the first Korean to win the aria category. Baritone Kim Kihoon previously won at the Seoul International Music Competition in 2016 and came in second place from the International Tchaikovsky Competition in 2019.
All right. Congratulations once again to Kim Ki-hoon. And thank you, Angela, for those updates. We'll see you again on Friday.
See you on Friday.